everybody, welcome to Drawing with French Toast. I'm Rebecca and today we're going to be drawing another portrait. This time it's Merlin from the British TV show, and I'm going to use a purple Bic biro, the fun crystal ones, in purple because I just love them. And I've got my reference, which you can see on screen now. And because it's pen, you can't erase. So, gonna be mistakes. And I'm on camera and I get nervous. Just how I am. Nervous. Because after drawing for like years, I should be like great, shouldn't I? That's always the thinking, isn't it? That we should be great and we shouldn't need to make mistakes anymore because we've been drawing for like years. So like, what's the problem? But we all have bad days. And a lot of us will make happy accidents every single day of our creative journey, and that's actually okay. Nobody is perfect in any walk of life, and I hope that I will be bringing you inspiration, motivation and encouragement to follow your art path. This channel is all about sketching and drawing. You just get the ear a little bit in here. I do the odd bit of shading with, the pen, but you have to have ever such a light touch. And when I'm rushing, I don't want to bore you all, I tend to speed up, because drawing we're all busy and we all don't have time to watch hours on end, so I do try and hurry up. I delete quite a lot of footage as well. Okay, so I've got the black kind of in there. There aren't any teeth, so I'm just going to, obviously he has teeth, but they're not visible, so just shading in. We've got a bit of shadow under the eye. We've got the eyebrows, like so. I loved this program. I was utterly upset when they ended it and didn't continue. There's been such rumours of making I think a final, or it was called Merlin Returns, and there was Chinese whispers, and you know what they're like, that they'd already filmed the entire series, but no production company wanted to take it on. And so that really annoyed me, because I'm like, why? It's just like the best. If you're into Merlin and Camelot, this is the absolute bestest series that they have done. And it was made by the BBC, the British Broadcasting Corporation in the United Kingdom. And they filmed in France, in northern France, at, I don't know if I pronounce it properly, but the chateau was called Pierre Fons, I think, in Picardy. And it tends to be the British or the United Kingdom film crews will always go up north, and the American film crews always shoot down south. I guess because that's where the airport's closest, isn't it? It's because my favourite movie with Drew Barrymore is called Ever After, and that was filmed because it's from, and it was filmed at, I think, Amboise Chateau, something like that. Definitely it was down south. So it's what I've noticed in the film industry. Not that I'm in it, just enjoy what they create. But yes, I was very upset that they didn't continue with the Merlin. Well, the thing is, for me, I didn't like how dark it was getting, as in evil. I know they wanted to get that across, but you have to remember the program initially had started, if you guys don't know and you're not from the United Kingdom, it started, I'm going to say like 6 p.m. in the evening, and it always was on like before kids' bedtime. And then a dancing program came on called like Strictly Come Dancing, and the program with Merlin would always come on after Strictly Come Dancing. And I'd completely lost interest like by then, because I was waiting for Merlin, and like we wanted to wait for a dancing program when Merlin was going to come on, you know. But it turned out the reason why they were doing that is because Merlin was getting darker and darker, and it's not appropriate, you know. If you care about what your children watch, it's not appropriate to have, I mean, call me old-fashioned, but I care about what children see, and you want to try and keep them as innocent for as long as possible. And the Merlin was getting quite dark with Morgana. It was sad. She's such a good actress, the lady that was playing Morgana, and she had beautiful dresses when she was good, in the castle, wherever that was, with Uther Pendragon. She had really beautiful dresses, and when she turned evil, all she wore was black. I mean, it's like, good morning, Morgana, what would you like to wear today? Black? Black? Or more black? It was very boring. And the clothing was always ripped. You've got ripped black dresses, you know, it was, you know, just to, and she was living in a hovel, because she'd been kicked out of her home. Well, I mean, she had tried to destroy it many, many times. And it finished on series 5 or 6, I think, something like that. And I wish they would bring it back, because I think it's the best thing all of the actors have done. There hasn't been anything else I've liked fully that they've, you know, done since Merlin. And I think it finished in, gosh, when did it finish? A few years ago. I'm going to say like a good 10 years ago they finished it. But I watch it and watch it. I get phases where I'm watching. I feel like, oh, it's Merlin time, you know. Not Halloween. I can't bear that. It's like I can't watch Murder, She Wrote at night, and that was done in the 80s. It's I'm just like that. I'm a sensitive soul. So it could be, I think I'm getting a slight likeness. I think I've got the ears right, because the ears were quite kind of pronounced. Just in case you're not sure. They were doing a young version, basically, of Merlin, Arthur, Camelot, Guinevere, Morgana. It was set when they were all younger, and it was how the legend of Merlin and Arthur was kind of like born, in a way. And textures. I know it wasn't full of illness and awfulness and politics and all the rest of it. You actually could switch off knowing that it could never happen, but what if, you know? I like programs like that, and sadly a lot of today we don't have programs like that. So when you just look at Netflix, and I'm like, oh no. it is quite a minefield, Netflix. I guess I prefer watching nice programs, you know, the innocent escapism, which I feel is lacking a lot lately in the film production. They're going a lot for, I don't know, vampire lovers and all the rest of it. Oh, don't get me wrong, I'm not against vampires, but I'd rather they, you know, didn't come into my sphere. Well, what am I talking about? Vampires? You know, no, I am not a vampire lover or supporter. I have the right to not like things. I don't have to go with the flow or with the masses. Keep telling myself and talking to myself. So I think we're kind of, I don't know, I hope we're not destroying the picture. Kind of trying to get the shading in. Difficult. There are amazing pen artists, and I don't know if I'm going to get the name right, but there is on my other channel, my main channel, ArtistRebeccaLS, I follow, well, subscribe to, he's called Davy J Art, I think that's the name, and he is amazing with a biro pen, a basic biro pen, and he creates lifelike 3D drawings. If I remember, I will link his channel in the description. So like I previously, probably on my other channel, and maybe in my last video, I have started doing portraits this year in April, and I'm drawing them every day to practice and to get better, basically. And 1,000 in a year hopefully will help me on my way to getting likeness. I'm never going to be photorealistic, because in my mind you might as well just take a photograph because I don't have hours to you know, do that kind of intensive work. But I like to try and get some likeness. If I can get some likeness, then I feel I've achieved. There's a little bit of darkness over the nose here. And then we've got, what is it here? The neck comes down like that. The arm is going out like that. And down here is that. So it's not my best. But it does look like, you know, a head. And I'm getting the hair. So we'll just go a little bit more here. And I like how these come out actually, because even though they're not like, you know, anywhere near perfect, it's the texture I like of the biro. It gives life to the drawing. And this is the neck scarf that he is famous for wearing, and I will put Merlin, 28th of June 2021, and I just do little bits here. We're just finishing bits, so yeah, I'm leaving it here. Okay guys, so thanks ever so much for watching, and I'm going to catch you really soon. Don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button. That way I'll know if you like my content, and I'll catch you really soon. Bye!